Welcome to Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated's Fortitude Speaks. Born from the theme Forward with Fortitude, this series is about what fortitude looks like in action. Fortitude Speaks.
I am so pleased to have with me today for the Delta podcast, Pamela Smith, who is an all-star for Delta. She has done everything, such phenomenal work. Pamela Smith is the chair of Program Planning and Development Committee, which is all-encompassing of so much of what Delta is involved in. And she's the immediate past first vice president. So happy to have you.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about, what's going on with you in Delta. You're so busy.
Well, I'm really excited about what's coming. And the Live Well Summit is the next thing on my plate.
Yes, it is.
And it's on the plate of Program Planning and Development. It will be May 29th through June 1st in the beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. We'll be staying at the Bahamar Hotel Resort. It's a Grand Hyatt. And we will be doing Live Well kinds of activities.
Well, when we talk about Live Well, and I think that is such a perfect name for what's going to happen in the Bahamas, with the concern of, it's not even just what's going on today, and it's the most, right?
Yes.
But what has even led to today.
Yes,
That's been built up with what we're dealing with, and now it's compounded into something we got to deal with, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about the Live Well Summit.
Okay, well, Sora Elsie Cook Holmes, our international president, has had for the last 4 years as her focus mental health. And so this is really her signature event, a culmination of what she's been so very passionate about, that we live well. Because we as women take care of everybody else except ourselves. And this gives our sorors and their guests an opportunity to come and enjoy themselves and immerse themselves in activities that will help them to live well, in workshops which we're calling sister circles, and in panels, in private discussions, but as well, they'll be able to truly enjoy the sunny sunlight of the Bahamas, the white beaches, yes. The ocean, as well as the pools. So we intend to really have sorors and their guests feel that living well, they are taking an opportunity to immerse themselves, not others that they're taking care of, yes, but themselves in living well. And they'll end up with an action plan that they can take back with them on how to continue their Live Well experiences.
So, when I think about Live Well, I think about it as an adjective and a verb, right? And it's that verb part that we're going to focus the most on, because there's action that's going to come out of the summit.
Yes.
Lots of fun. I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. I'm excited about it. I'm excited that it's happening, number one. And it's such a big effort.
Yes.
Actually,
yes.
all-consuming of the sorority. But the outcome is what is even more exciting once we get through having all that fun and interacting with some absolutely phenomenal sorors and others. It's the takeaway.
Yes.
That's everlasting.
Yes.
So take us through, what will happen over the days.
Okay. We begin on a Thursday evening with a beachside opening reception with lots of Bahamian foods, and with a Junkanoo band, and an Essence band where the sorors could do boots on the ground.
Oh my goodness!
With their fans.
Where your fan at?
And that's how we start on Thursday evening. at sunset, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Friday, we have an opening panel, an extraordinary opening panel. It'll be moderated by Sora Marcia Fudge. And the panelists will be Nicole Hannah-Jones of 1619 fame, Dr. Charlotte Freeman, who is our chair of the subcommittee for physical and mental health, and Dr. Maisha Mentor Jordan, who is now the president and CEO of AARP, who is both a physician and entrepreneur. She brings it all.
Long list
Yes.
of stuff by her name. Really.
Yes. And that panel is going to pull everything together for us in the beginning. How does mental health, physical health, and economic wealth all fit together? They'll give us some history. They'll give us some tips. And they'll talk about living well, cultivating and sustaining a life well lived. And that's how we really kick it off. And then we have sister circles, which delve into specifics in the area of mental health, physical health, and financial wealth. That is followed after lunch by Live Well experiences. And that's where we want sorors to try something new. You know, if you're a golfer, try water aerobics. If you're like me and I don't cook, go to the cooking class. So we want them to try something new that they can then continue in their Live Well action plan. So that's Friday. Saturday starts with some more sister circles. And then we have a comedian, Rita Brent, who is truly going to, she's funny, but she's also serious on certain topics. And so she's going to be talking about mental health and physical health.
That is going to be something.
Yes.
To follow up the entree and then put her in the middle of it.
Yes.
The placement is really good.
Yes, I think that will be great. And we end Saturday with our honorary soror, Phyllis Newhouse, who has been saying that you can't have good mental health unless you have good physical health, unless you have good financial health. So she's been talking that for that's her kind of mantra, and so she's going to bring that to us. And then Sunday we have a sila, which is a time to reflect and renew. And that's where we'll write our individual action plans as to how we're going to take what we learned and what we're going to do when we get back to cultivate and sustain a life well lived. So we are excited about the many things that our sorors will be doing, but it's not all intellectual stuff. Mm-hmm. It's also fun. Everyone will have time to enjoy the property. And the property has something like 30 restaurants. There's a nightclub. There are all the Live Well activities that we talked about. And then just the relaxation. You can relax in the spa. You can relax on the beach. You can relax by the water. You know, wherever you choose, there will be time for everyone to also live well in that way.
There's so much to look forward to. Just hanging out with sorors that you know, and then getting to know those that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by the end of it, I'll have way more friends than we came with. But the actual presenters are phenomenal.
Yes.
And what they own and their expertise.
Yes.
And what they're bringing is really a great statement to how Delta does things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know,
first class.
Anytime we are all together, when I talked to Sorority International President, it was like, you know, there's a Delta for that. I said, what does that mean to you? There's a Delta for that. And so we went into that. Well, there's a Delta for what's going on at Live Well.
Absolutely. Someone who can help us. Just little simple facts like the more sleep you get, the better healthy you are. So we have one of our sister circles is called Sleep Well.
Yeah.
How you can sleep. Today I learned that the longer you sleep, you could lose a little weight.
I learned that too. I need to go give me a nap between the next session.
Yeah, so we are, we have how to be spiritually well. Another sister circle deals with career. And we will have some people talking about their careers and how they got into what they're doing, as well as some kind of physical sorts of know your doctor and the questions you should always leave with answers for from your visit. And I mean, we run the gamut with sorors who are experts.
Yeah.
We got a Delta for it.
Delta for it, for sure. For sure. I think what is, it's such an interesting time to be reflective of what we need personally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because there's so much going on in our lives and in our environments and our jobs and in our families and everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
that to be able to take some time out.
Yes.
And I wouldn't call it being selfish. I'm calling it being smart.
Yeah, exactly.
Being preventative, being aware
Mm-hmm.
of what to do to prepare.
That's right.
For future life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this does, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. SelfCare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't talk enough about self-care.
No,
we're
we
always
don't.
caring for somebody else.
That's
Self
exactly
is always
right.
last. And
That's
why we
exactly
suffer
right. That's
in places
exactly
that
right.
We shouldn't.
Yeah, because sometimes we don't even think of ourselves last. It's like we're doing for others 24/7.
Right.
That's our job. That's what we do. And we forget about the fact that you've got to take care of yourself in order to really be able to take care of others well. So it's an opportunity to zero in on yourself, to do things for yourself, and not to feel selfish about it,
Yeah.
to feel like you're doing the right thing.
Well, we need to just keep saying that over and over and over and over again. We need to show up everywhere. We need to be reminded that this is something that's important.
Yes.
This is the first time that Live Well Summit has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it'll be an annual.
Yes, that would be great.
Wouldn't that be great?
Mm-hmm.
I think based on what folks will get out of this one, I can't imagine that it would be a one and only.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I am excited about it, and I'm getting folks excited. It is such a pleasure to always talk to you. She is like sunshine, always. Even when we had difficult stuff going on, we looked at Pam to see if, and then we're all right.
Thank you.
That's why you are over what you're over, because you do it so well.
Thank you so much, Faith.
Thanks.
Fortitude Speaks.
To learn more about Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, visit deltasigmatheta.org. Stay ready, move forward with fortitude.